Captain Tom Forrester, captain on the motor yacht KOALA for the past 10 years. We're going to go through a startup procedure, starting the main engines of the generators and making sure the water flow is proper to the stabilizers. First, checking the oil. You can see that, the mark right there is just perfect. Same for the starboard engine. You see that? Just perfect. Just a hair under full. Okay. In order to start up, we need to turn on the port ignition, starboard ignition, port Mathers, starboard Mathers, Mathers junction box. That controls all of the shifting apparatus on the fly bridge and in the pilot house. Alright, in order to make the stabilizers work perfectly, we need to change a valve. So we'll walk over here. The air conditioner pump, the raw water pump, is what supplies water to the cooling system for the stabilizers. What we do here is we open this valve here, which is marked, and shut this valve off over here, just almost closed. Still want the proper flow to be happening right here. Now water's
being... Do you keep that like 7/8 closed?
Yeah, that's 7/8 closed. Now water now is being diverted from the air conditioner system to the stabilizer cooler back there.
And the stabilizers have to be on whenever the engines are on?
The stabilizers should be on when the engine's running. Otherwise, remember, the fins will go sideways, so if you don't turn the stabilizers on in order to back or go forward in the boat, you're going to have a hard time maneuvering the boat because the fins aren't in a straight position. And this is the way, this is the air conditioner system, so you can always tell your water flow by looking at the gauges here. Okay. Today we're running on the port pump, port AC pump. If we want to switch that over, we have to throw the two valves down here. I've put these here for redundance. All right, to start up the generators, I already checked the oil on it. Perfect. Do a little preheat here. Always put your hand right here. Feel this pump. Make sure it's got a good water flow. It should start getting a little cool here in a minute with the water temperature probably about 73 degrees. Feels good. It'll get hot quick. Just the preheat. I just put a new starter on there. Alright, we got everything turned on down below here now. Let's go up top and crank up the engines. Now is the Mathers control system. Press the button right here. Now we are on the pilot house control. Alright, I'm going to put everything on. Let it go through its sequence. And crank them up. All right, now we want to get our stabilizers on, so we want to make sure the stabilizers are turned on, which is the bottom button, bottom toggle switch. Right now I've got the stabilizers, I've got everything turned on besides the console and flybridge lights. So you can take a little peek of that up there. Now this Westbar stabilizer system was upgraded about 4 years ago, and last year I put the new digital screen in here. So all we do is hit on. Now you'll hear them come on down below. There's our screen. Both fins are now in the straight position. Now, you don't need to engage them to leave the dock. You just want to make sure both fins are straight. I usually leave it just on standby until we leave the dock, then I put them on engage. That little light comes on, and now your stabilizers are working properly. But don't forget, the most important thing on this boat is you've got to switch that air conditioner from going overboard to running the oil cooler for the stabilizers. Otherwise, you'll burn the vane pumps up, and it'll be a real bad day.
How long do you let it run? How long does it usually take to come up to temperature?
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
We'll go ahead and shut that off now. You can hear it go off. There it is. The control box for the stabilizers are all underneath here. Every 6 months you need to take the control box out. You need to open it up so daylight gets to it, because there's a little battery pack inside that needs to have light. So every 6 months you have to bring that out, open it up, let it sit right here, let the sunlight get to it, and it recharges the system. Believe it or not, that's the truth. I didn't build it that way. All right, everything else here is Garmin, simple, new autopilot, all ready to go. Stabilizers, bow thruster, they're electric, they're awesome. Always remember, shut them off when you're done with them. All right, let's go do a quick tutorial on switching shore power real quick.
Sure.
That's kind of all right. To shut down, press your 2 stop buttons, and be sure to turn your key off. All right, we're going to go now. Let's do a tutorial real quick on switching over from shore power, because that can be a little tricky. All right, so we're going to be on the starboard generator. Which is generator number 1. Now I noticed that we have a burnout plug right here. This is 230 volts. So when you change these plugs, you got to make sure the boat's dead, because you will shock yourself. All right, so right now we're set on number 3 on shore power, which is the number 3 is the port side aft. Number 4 is the starboard side aft. These come out of the lazarette in the back with the cable masters. There are 2 50 amp breakers back there. All right, so let's get rid of shore power. What we're going to do here, we're just going to knock the shore power off. All right, this is pretty simple when I got the generator running. We're going to go to generator number 1. All right, generator number 1 is number 2. Now the inverter actually works pretty good too. It won't run the air conditioners or anything, but if you want to invert, you just go to number 3, and that inverts, but you got to make sure the inverter's turned on down here. Oh, it is already on, that's good. Okay, inverter. Oh, right here. You got to make sure the inverter's turned on when you go to number 3. All right, now, we're already hooked up to shore power, so we're going to go back to shore power again. Now remember, you've got 2 50 amp plugs going out there. So we got to make sure that the 50 amp plugs coincide, that they parallel properly. That's what this big old box is for right here. Love that box. That's $10,000, by the way. Anyways, here we go. We're going to go now back to shore power. All right. We're going to go back. We're going to put everything back to 0. Got our line 1 come on. You watch the little dot over there. There it goes.
So an orange light comes up on there?
Yeah. Now we're going to go to shore 1. Turn that off over there. Anyways, we're back on it now. So all the lights light up. As long as this, you can't see it right now, but as long as that green light is on, we're in good shape. That's showing our polarity is proper. Here are all the bilge pumps. Everything works properly. All brand new bilge pumps. Finished with everything. Now we want to turn the ACs back onto their overboard discharge, not running them through the stabilizer oil cooler. So we come back over here, open the valve up going overboard, and shut the valve off going to the stabilizer oil cooler. And that's it. Now we're back in business. Next trip, all the oil should be changed, generators, main engines, transmission should be fine. We probably need to renew the zincs on the boat. Everything's in tip-top shape on this boat. I can't think of anything else that really needs to be. Some cosmetic maintenance. That's about it.
Sounds good.
And we need to get food and beer. All right. I always keep this shut, man. I'm gonna leave the ACs on today because they haven't been running forever.